Couscous is one of the most often overlooked grains. I hear people say all the time that they don't know what to do with it. Well, the good news is you can do just about anything with it. It's very much like pasta. In fact, it is like pasta. It's a very small piece of pasta. It's made from semolina flour, and it's essentially pasta cut into tiny little pieces. So it has a very mild flavor. You can add almost anything to it. Make a salad or a side dish. It's fantastic. So this is a Moroccan couscous salad. It's got sort of a curry flavor with some sweet dried fruit and some almonds. It's fantastic. It makes a great side dish with chicken, lamb, and I bring it all the time to potlucks. It really beats a macaroni salad. It's so easy to make, and it doesn't involve any cooking except boiling water. I love these recipes. So behind me I have some water boiling on the stove, and I'm going to add a half a cup of couscous to this Pyrex bowl here. And couscous can be found on the pasta aisle, and I just happen to know that in this box is exactly a cup and a half, which is exactly what we need. So it's equal parts couscous and water. I did add to the water just a pat of butter, about a tablespoon, just to soften up the couscous as it absorbs the water. So I'm just going to pour, now that the water is in this bowl with the couscous, I'm simply going to cover it and set it aside. The couscous will sort of steam, it'll absorb the water, and it'll be nice and fluffy. It'll almost double in volume by the time it's done. So you just set it aside for 5 minutes while we make the rest of the recipe. And the rest of the recipe couldn't be easier. We're going to make a sort of a dressing with the ingredients I have here. It's yogurt, olive oil, white wine vinegar, a little bit of turmeric, and some curry powder. That's it. So we'll start with the yogurt. This is just a good quality, I use organic, low-fat yogurt, and that's a 1/4 cup. And the same amount of olive oil, 1/4 cup. And the vinegar, this is just a white wine vinegar, about a tablespoon. And I know I'm being really bad, I'm not measuring. I'm just eyeballing it. The vinegar just gives it a little bit of a kick. It's a nice mild white wine vinegar. Turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon. The turmeric is what gives this salad a really rich, bright orange color. The turmeric itself doesn't have much flavor. It's more for decoration. And last, the curry powder. This is about a tablespoon. Now, curry powder is not one herb. It's a combination of herbs and spices, and they can vary by brand, so you never know exactly what you're going to get. I recommend that you try a wide variety and pick the one you like the best. You'll find that they have a range of flavors. Some are a little sweeter, some are kind of smoky, but they're all delicious. Curry is one of those things that it just adds something really rich and deep to your recipes. And it goes great with this couscous salad, again, because the couscous itself has very little flavor on its own, so it really picks up that curry flavor. So this stuff, now I'm just going to whisk. Where's my whisk? Whisk together. That looks great. And at this point, you probably want to taste it, just to make sure we got the right combination of flavors. It's really nice. Yogurt makes it a little tangy. The vinegar gives it a little kick. The curry's got that rich, sweet flavor. I love it. Let's check on the couscous. So it should be light and fluffy, and you want to make sure that the couscous has completely absorbed all of the water. This looks great. And I'm just fluffing it with the fork. Okay, couscous looks great. I'm going to pour the dressing that we just made over the couscous. And I'm just going to toss the couscous to make sure it's fully coated with this dressing. So the nice thing about this dish as a side dish for a potluck or a barbecue is that it doesn't contain mayonnaise. So whereas with a potato salad or a macaroni salad, you might worry about it spoiling, this keeps a little longer at warm temperatures or even room temperature. And I tell you, I've never brought it to a potluck and gone home with any for leftovers. I always end up with an empty bowl. I think that's the real compliment, when there's nothing left. All right, so the couscous has fully absorbed the water, and now it's going to continue to absorb the dressing that we made. So it's going to be really packed with flavor. And now I can add my dry ingredients. I have 1/4 cup each of chopped apricots, some dried cranberries, and currants. And now with these ingredients, there's a lot of flexibility. If you don't like the dried apricots, you can omit them and you can use raisins instead. You can use double the amount of currants. You can really sort of switch these ingredients up however you like. It's really forgiving. So now I'm just going to fold in the dry ingredients, and the dried fruit will absorb some of the moisture, some of the warmth from the couscous that we just cooked, and they'll really plump up. All right, I also have 1 carrot here, which I've peeled and trimmed, and I'm just going to use the large grater here, and I'm going to grate some fresh carrot right over the top. All right, so the last 2 ingredients here are green. They're going to sort of round out the color combination. We've got the red from the cranberries, orange from the carrot, that dark color of the currants, and now I have green onions, and this is 3 green onions, and I'm going to just run my knife across. And into the couscous they go. And last, some parsley. Now this is flat leaf parsley. You could use regular curly parsley as well. And I am just pinching off the tough stems. And then just continue to run your knife back and forth over the parsley. And into the bowl it goes. And working carefully here, I'm just going to fold in the parsley and the green onions, and it's just looking beautiful. And that is it. Hardly any cooking involved. We boiled water. We chopped some fresh herbs, some onions and some parsley. We made a little dressing. It was really all done in 1 bowl. I would use a bigger bowl next time if I were to do this again, and you should use a bigger bowl at home, but you get the idea. So let's serve ourselves a little bit and have a taste. It's fantastic. The thing I love about this salad is it has so many contrasting textures. It's got the chewiness in the dried fruit, those crunchy almonds, and then that fluffy texture of the couscous. It's really fantastic. And it's so different from what you'd normally see at your typical barbecue or potluck. So your guests will be really surprised and they'll love it. It's just a really unique, tasty dish. So there you have it. That's my Moroccan couscous salad. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Miri Lee. You can see more videos at www.lauracarmen.com. Hope you have a great day.